Hello there. This is Bola Adewara having another edition of eLife Mentoring Masterclass. In the last edition of our lectures, we looked at the types of firstborn. This is the second part of it. We're looking at mistakes most parents make in raising their firstborn. Parenting is exciting, fulfilling, and very special with firstborn. Many of them have the best of intention, but still somehow they end up misguided. Most often, firstborn end up being something of an experiment in the hands of their parents. Research shows that most firstborn have challenges that make many of them have complicated lives. The success rate of firstborn worldwide has been found to be 30%. And whatever happened to the firstborn has about 70% likelihood of happening to his siblings. Firstborn children are susceptible to depression in later life because of the weight of their parent expectation. Being the eldest child most times have its perks, but firstborn children face twice as much pressure to succeed as their younger siblings. Now, what are the expected characteristics of firstborns? Most firstborn, everybody, you and I, even our parents, their expectation of firstborn is so high. They expect the firstborn to be reliable, to be conscientious, to be structured, to be courteous, controlling sometimes as bossy, to be achievers. They want them to excel in everything, bask in the parent's attention. Parents waste money on firstborn. That is one of the things I have discovered in my research on mistakes most parents make on their firstborn. Most parents waste money on firstborn. Parents tend to give their firstborn every attention by providing them everything they ask for. Many parents, they look back into their lives. Everything they were deprived of when they were young as children, they want to give it to their firstborn. Take a look at many homes. Many new mothers buy cribs for the first baby to sleep in, only to realize that they never sleep in them. The baby is always in bed with the mother or in the hands of well-wishers. The crib becomes a wastage. Another thing, parents make their firstborn too anxious. The firstborn tend to conform to the image projected by his parents. Parent anxiety on the firstborn tends to make most firstborn so anxious and account for their serious introverted natures and cautious attitude. Even before the first child comes into existence, observe Jean-Marie Brossard, one of the books I read on this topic, a French psychologist, that man is a psychologist for children. He said parents have projects for every firstborn. He is often the first. He is often taken to someone who will be, he is often taken for someone who will be the remedy to the failures of his own parents. What they could not achieve in their lives. Your parents, when they have a first child, they want that child to achieve it. They will be telling them very early that, this one, he will be a medical doctor. All because he could not be a medical doctor. It takes a long time before most parents will allow the child to be what the child desires to be. Number 3, self-conscious. Parents make their firstborn too self-conscious. In Africa, they question the firstborn when the younger ones misbehave. I remember things that happened when I was young. My elder sister, she suffered though. Because when we misbehave, our daddy will not call us. They will say, "Where is your sister?" And they will ask her, "Where were you when this boy was doing this?" No matter how young the firstborn is, they expect him to know more than the younger ones, and is made to take responsibility for their failures and misbehaviors. Gradually, they are robbing the firstborn his babyhood. Parents want him to grow faster than his age. Another level of consciousness is that the younger one is made to respect the firstborn. You don't call your firstborn by name. The firstborn gradually becomes self-conscious, understand he is superior to the younger ones, and expect them to conform to that standard. Too much pressure is placed on him. Therefore, as he grows up, he wants to succeed first before the others. He wants to marry first before the others. If a woman, he sees it as a right to marry first before his younger one. This very instance has brought so much trouble in so many homes, because the younger one might be ready before the elder sister, but they will tell the younger one, wait until your sister gets married. So many firstborn and their younger siblings are in hidden jealousy, rivalry, bitterness over issues like this. Parents, be told that everyone comes to this life with their destinies. Let your children run their races according to how God has fashioned it for them. Number 4, parents expect too much of their firstborn. New parents want to brag about their firstborn, expecting them to succeed as quickly as possible. They therefore start pushing them to excel, perhaps turn it into competition with their friends. We all want our children to reach the full potentials, but this potential is often best discovered by the child and not by the parent. As your child grows in a nurturing environment, they will naturally be drawn to things they love and things they are passionate about. Most parents want their firstborn to take to their professions, to inherit their companies, to inherit their law firms, to become the owners of whatever they established in their life. These days, it is common to see pastors railroading their children, especially their firstborn, into the ministry to take over the ministry leadership after they have gone, even when most of these firstborn were not called. Many parents inflict too much activities on the firstborn without giving them a chance to discover what they actually want. A prominent senior advocate in Nigeria wants his son to be a lawyer and take over his law firm after he is gone, whereas this son wants to be an actor. The father did all he could to railroad the son into law. Well, the son did it, but after graduation, he gave the certificate to the father and said, "Dad, I have done what you want me to do. Now, let me do what I want to do." Behaviors like these from parents often make so many firstborn too anxious. You place them into the halo of anxiety. Number 5, excessive responsibilities. The biggest temptation parents have is to saddle their oldest children with too much responsibility. For example, the oldest daughter is forced into the role of second mom. The firstborn tends to take the younger children. He needs to cook the food at home, clean the house, and do things. The mother will wake up in the morning and wake the firstborn. Don't you know you need to cook the food? Don't you know you know? Of course, you think they are training, of course. Parents shout at them to set good examples for the younger one. Unable to contain this, these children lashes out at the younger generation or his younger siblings. The excessive demands of the parents can often explain the violence and rage from the firstborn child. Parents, don't use your firstborn as a built-in babysitter, household worker, or kitchen help. Parents should first trust and give them responsibility that they will be able to do on their own. Number 6, the right to be different. The arrival of the first child makes many parents bring back a host of memory. Most parents want to see themselves in their first child. Hence, the culture of naming them Junior, Bola Adewara the second, etc. Parents know that your firstborn come with his own destiny. He has a right to be different. It is not a must that he becomes a younger you. The fact that he looks like you, a carbon copy, does not mean he must follow everything or you must replicate all of your manners. Number 7, turning the firstborn into confidant. In some homes, some parents have turned their firstborn into confidants, unto whom they unburden their challenges because they have no one else to talk to. Without a capacity to reason like an adult, the child is asked to deal with issues he can't understand. It's stealing his childhood. We must let children be children. Let youth be youth. When you start telling your children or your daughters about what happened to you 80 years ago, you are telling your daughters about what the father is doing to you, that kind of thing. Sometimes some of these children, they just sit down and then, unable to check what has happened properly, they start developing hatred for their fathers because you have turned them into your confidant. Mothers, daddies, parents, please let us be very careful the way we turn our firstborn or our children into our confidant. Number 8, being too strict. Most parents have their wishes concerning their children based on our experiences of other children. Therefore, we attempt to force our children to play according to our expectation by being overly harsh and strict to them. This can build resentment in your children or in your child, as you can easily see that your true motive was to save your own pride in front of others. Some mothers will be telling lies about their children. Oh, my son, he is very brilliant. He came first. Meanwhile, this boy is not coming first in school. And then because you just want this boy to be brilliant, to come first in the class there, you become very strict on this child. And at the end of the day, this matter is bringing in the wrong result. Please, don't compare children. Stop comparing your children with the children of your friends. Let your children be whom God wants them to be. Parents, choose to be the understanding parent. Understand your firstborn. Besides being a parent, mentor them as they grow. There is a vast gulf of difference between parenting and mentoring. Number 9, feeling fearful about everything. As a first-time parent, we worry so much about our children because of inexperience. We are fearless of diseases. We are fearful of diseases. Infant mortality. In Africa, we talk of household enemy, ancestral causes, etc. In some families, depending on their religion, they go to traditional places to seek protection for their younger ones. Others go out to consult oracle about the future of their firstborn. So many parents subject themselves to family interferences that should not be over their babies. Parents, you don't need all these things. What God wants your child to be, he will be on planet Earth. Number 10, comparing your children. No two children are the same. Your children will all be great to some things and fail at others. Parents who abuse a child because he is not good at one thing should note that they are good in some other things. A child cannot be good in everything. That a child does not do well in mathematics does not make him dull. He could be excellent in carpentry. All it takes is to discover his area of strength and promote him along that line. That a child cannot speak English does not make him a dull boy. All it takes is to allow him express himself in the language he understands best. And you will see a brilliant boy. Parents, see your children as individuals and don't expect your firstborn to compete with your children, with your younger children, or the children of other persons you think are competing with him. The child is a special that child, that your firstborn, is a special, unique, and fantastic person who should be encouraged to become all he can be, not being forced into some people's personalities. These are some of the errors or mistakes I have found in how a lot of parents raise their firstborn. I believe many of you have learned something today, and please pass it on to other people. Share this link with them so that they will learn something on how to raise firstborn in such a way that they will not commit these errors that we have enunciated. May the Lord bless you. Thank you so much, and watch out for our next mentoring masterclass. Bless you. Bye.